direct from Steve Allen's home in Royal Oaks, California, it's the Steve Allen Christmas Show, starring Jane Meadows, Bill Dana, Louis Nye, the Smothers Brothers, Joey Foreman, Buck Henry, Tom Conway, Barbara Russell, and Les Brown and his band of renown. Brought to you by light, racing, clean-tasting Pepsi-Cola, the modern drink for today's active life. Now it's Pepsi for those who think young. And by Brunswick, the leader in America's favorite family recreation. Brunswick, the #1 name in bowling. And now let's go to the Allen living room.
No, it's all right, sweetheart. I'm right here. I've got it.
Oh, right.
Okay. Louie. Hello, darling. Merry Christmas. What? Did you go in that room and join us? Good. Hi, Louie.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you guys. Come on in and join the rest of the gang. The Smothers Brothers. Tom and Dickie. Hi, how are you?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Mrs. Allen, sir.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, Buck. Merry Christmas, darling.
Joey, Buck's coming later.
Oh, Joey, I'm all right. Come on in again. Hi, Buck. How are you?
Merry Christmas.
Nice to see you, dear. Merry Christmas to you. Hi, Louie. Merry Christmas, sweetheart. Go on in and enjoy.
Jane, where's
Yes.
Steve?
Steve, he's right here, darling. Steve.
Maybe he's in the
That's
den.
funny. He was here just a moment ago. Steve.
Thanks a lot, Jane. That was wonderful. Some cracks.
Darling, did I hit you with the door?
Yeah, that's all right. I got another pair.
Sorry.
We're all straight. You know, dear, for years I've been saying to the millions of television viewers, thanks for letting me come into your living rooms. Well, tonight, for a change, I'd like to welcome the folks into our home.
Good.
Right now, Jane and I are going to show you all around the house. We'll take a little tour and we'll explain the layout as we go along. Now, the first thing I want you to see is right outside the front door here, and we have
Merry Christmas, Jane.
I'm not Jane. We entertain quite a bit, so as a result of that, I made sure that we bought a house with enough parking area for the guest cars. You can't be too careful of your guests, right?
That's right. And right over here, this is our hall closet. You know, when we bought this house, Steve told me that there's one thing he insisted upon, and that was a hall closet with plenty of room.
Right.
Isn't that wonderful?
You bet your bird, it's a wonderful sound.
Now, this room that we're walking through is the living room. But, you know, I actually don't know why people call it the living room, because, well, if you're anything like us, we spend very little time here. We do most of our living in the other rooms of the house.
Mm-hmm. And right over here is our special playroom for our youngest son, Billy. It helps keep the house a lot neater, and it's an ideal place for him to entertain his little friends in here. Great time in there today.
Uh-huh.
And this door over here leads to the dining room.
Yes, and our dining room is well situated near the kitchen. And we can entertain, well, a fairly large group for a sit-down dinner.
That's right.
Most of those guests are from Steve's side of the family.
That about finishes our little tour of the house. Right now, we're going to pause for just a moment to hear from a brand new sponsor.
This is the sound of time. 60 seconds to the minute, 60 minutes to the hour. Every second can be a painful throb if you have a headache. This pain remedy is Bufferin, the one doctors prescribe by name more often than any other leading brand. Take 2 Bufferin, and every tick of the clock can mean Bufferin's pain reliever is speeding through your bloodstream. Because Bufferin is the modern drug for pain. It has special antacids that speed the pain reliever into your bloodstream straight to the pain. And Bufferin will not cause stomach distress, actually helps soothe an over-acid stomach. This message will last 60 seconds, 1 minute. If you had taken Bufferin at its start, Bufferin's pain reliever could already be getting into your bloodstream. Next time pain throbs, for relief, take Bufferin. Amazingly fast Bufferin.
Well, all right. Jane, I'll see you in a minute. Right now I have to get out to the patio to see how the gang's doing.
Oh,
Okay?
all right, darling. While you do that, I'll go see if Santa's arrived.
Hey, but before we join the gang, I'd like to show you the view from our house. Come on over here. Jane and I have had just a marvelous time in this neighborhood. It's a wonderful area. I don't know how much of it you can see today. It's a little bit kind of misty and foggy over here, but we have some tremendous neighbors, and we think it's really a wonderful place to live. It's become sort of difficult to get a house in this particular section, but the neighbors have just been swell to us, and we have a... Oh, as a matter of fact, there's one of them right over there right now. I think you can see him. Fred Johnson. Fred? How are you? Fred? Fred? How you doing? It's Steve Allen. Good to see you. How'd you... By the way, if anybody's interested, there'll be a house for sale in this neighborhood pretty soon. Just ask your agent to show you the Johnson house. All kidding aside, though, if you do feel like building, there isn't much left in this neighborhood. There are some undeveloped areas, but a lot of the people here have a... My God, shoot.
Jose, help me! Indians are coming! Jose! Help me! Indians, I said!
Indian chaps again. Well, that's why I hate to come here.
Come on, come on! Come on!
I think they got it. Hold this. Well, the cavalry saved the day, but are you all right, Lou?
Oh, it's just a flesh wound, Steve. They got me in a fleshy part of the heart.
Listen, Lou, that's all right. You're all hurt. But at least they're gone. Incidentally, do you guys have any idea who that lead Indian was?
Who?
That was Grilled Cheese, son of Co-Cheese.
That means trouble, Steve Allen.
Oh,
Yeah, well, jokes like that always mean trouble, you know. Watch it there. That'll be enough of that. Well, let's check over here and see if everybody's all right. Shall we do that? Okie doke. Well, it's easy to see. You all right?
Very well, thanks.
Good, thank you. Hey, there's Buck and Joey. Hiya, fellas.
Hi, Steve.
How you doing? Well, listen, none of this shaking hands business. Where were you when we needed you?
Well, we ran over to the film lab to get the cavalry film that saved you.
that's an inside joke, Buck.
That's all right. We're doing an outside show. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Oh, another shoulder grab. Watch it. That came up with my socks there. Listen, where's Tom Conway? I haven't seen Tom.
Where are you, Steve?
Tom,
Here he comes now.
Here comes Tom Conway. I'll be a son of a gun.
Place, boy, what a place. The decorations.
Isn't it beautiful?
About $1.50 tied up and stuff.
At least.
Hey, the pool.
Sure.
Hey.
You go swim a little later, huh?
You don't mind if I go in, do you?
Well, we're going to have suits for everybody in just a few minutes. And I think if you enjoy... Wait, you don't have your suit on! You don't Wow. I figure if he, I figure if he grabbed this mic, we would electrocute the whole nation, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Well, if you want to get Tom some dry clothes, Josie, I'll see you in a minute.
I will.
Okie doke. I can make you a magician. Watch closely. I shall pull a bowling ball out of my coat pocket. There you are. This is a Brunswick Bowler's Gift Certificate. There's extra magic in this certificate, too, because it makes Christmas come twice. When you give it, and when the lucky bowler chooses his own ball, bag, or shoes from the most complete line of quality bowling gifts that Brunswick has ever offered. There are fine gifts like this new luggage-style Caravel bag. New fashions in ladies' bowling shoes, like these Brunswick Bowlers by Capezio. New men's styles, too, and 11 different colors in bowling balls. So go to your local Brunswick dealer now and pick up a Bowler's Gift Certificate. Work a little bit of magic this Christmas from Brunswick, the #1 name in bowling. Now another great talent, destined for stardom. She's very pretty and very gifted, and she'll be satisfying the many requests we've received, by the way, for a performance of our theme song all the way through. I'd like you to meet the very lovely, giving us a hand here with our tree, the very lovely Barbara Russell. Barbara's going to sing This Could Be the Start of Something. Barbie?
You're walking along the street, or you're at a party, or else you're alone and then you suddenly think you're looking in someone's eyes. You suddenly realize that this could be the start of something big. You're lunching at 21, or you're watching your diet, declining a Charlotte roast, accepting a fig. When out of a clear blue sky, it's suddenly gal and guy. This could be the start of something big. There's no controlling the unrolling of your fate, my friend. Who knows what's written in the magic book? But when a lover you discover at the gate, my friend, invite him in without a second. You're up in an aeroplane, or dining at sardines, or lying at Malibu, alone on the sand. You suddenly hear a bell, and right away you can tell that this could be the start of something grand. You're having a snowball fight, or picking up daisies. You're singing a happy tune, or knocking on wood, when all of a sudden you look up and there's someone new. Oh, this could be the start of something good. Your destined love you discover in a frightening flash. So keep your heart away, both night and day, because the meeting may be fleeting as the lightning flash, and you don't want to let it slip away. You're watching the sun come up, or counting your money, or else in a dim cafe, you're ordering wine, when suddenly there he is, and you want to be where he is. Oh, this could be the start of something. This must be the heart of something best. Could be the start of something.
Great. Thank you so much. That's a really big challenge. Well, now, you know, there's nothing that's more honest or beautiful than the completely uninhibited and candid reactions of children. Sometimes the candor of children can be a little bit embarrassing to parents, perhaps, but for the most part, a child's wide-eyed, open-hearted reaction to the things around him affords us, sometimes cynical adults, some of life's most rewarding moments. Today, the children of some of our folks on the show, and some of the neighbors' children too, are going to be entertained by one of the most delightful puppeteers I've ever seen. His name is Tony Kemeny, and he performs daily at a wonderful amusement park here in Southern California at Knott's Berry Farm. So watch his wonderful performance now, and particularly watch the children's faces. Here is Tony Kemeny. Hello. Hello. I take the Christmas card? Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll get out of your way now, all right? Let you work alone. Can I have a little kiss? I'll see you a little bit later. An interesting experiment to make here now, if it would be all right with you. Are you all tired out? You're not too tired to work, are you? No, okay, good. Maybe we could get, Jane, you want to give me a hand and get some of these? Let's get this little girl up here.
And little Katie.
Here, sweetheart. Here, we'll put a little girl up here. Oops, there you go. Now, let's see, how about this young man? You want to get up here, too? I'll give you a hand. Let's see, now, where's... Here, let me get the young lady known around these parts as Susie Gale Storm. That's Billy's name for her. This is Gale Storm's little girl, Susie. Now, let's see, kids. We're sort of blocking things here. Would you kneel down, all of you? And young fella, would you get over the side, sweetheart? Right over in here so everybody can see the puppets? There they go. Yeah. Sweetheart, just lean back. That's a good boy. Did you kiss him?
I'm not big kissing you.
All right, you. Run around.
One of those little babies was Tom Smothers' little girl. And who's this other little, what am I saying? Dick Smothers' little girl. And who's the other? Huh? Oh, that's Sam Benoff's little girl. I didn't know that. They were just dolls. All the children were very, very cute indeed. Christmas music is always lots of fun, whether you sing it well or whether you don't, and whether you forget the words or whatever the circumstances. It's always a beautiful experience. We have 4 adorable children here today who can teach all of us a lot about singing any kind of music, and they're going to do a little Christmas music for us right now. Here they are, the little angels. Come on, kids. Now, what are you going to sing for us?
It came upon a midnight clear.
Good for you. Here it is. wonderful. And now, stand by, everybody. We'll be right back with our big Christmas party.
The Steve Allen Show will continue immediately after station identification. Pepsi-Cola brings you the second half of the new Steve Allen Show.
Oh, hello there, rain lovers. We sent for it, and here it is. You know, even at Christmas time, California means swimming pools. Swimming pools mean bathing beauties. And with no better excuse than that, here is Earl Garner's beautiful melody, Misty. Get a load of this. Want to see this? Yeah. Now, you want to hear a funny line? Why don't we go inside the house and wait for Santa Claus to come? In the meantime, the Smothers Brothers are going to entertain you.
Boil that cabbage down, boys, turn that whole cake round. The only song we sing
So that's the starting bit that we always do, a big two-part harmony, moving and intricate voicings. It's very, we start off the show very dramatically with these voices moving it. Jerry creates a lot of excitement. Not tonight.
Boil that cabbage down, boy, turn that whole cake round. Only song I ever did sing is boil that cabbage down. Boil that cabbage down, boy, turn that whole cake round. The only song I ever did sing is boil that cabbage down.
When the railroads were inching across America, the railroads first started across America with hardy men pounding steel in the ground and laying the tracks, inching across America ever so slowly in industrial America. The railroads first started America with the men working, inching and toiling and working across the vast America, from the mountains to the valleys, to the orchards, to the ocean white with snow. God bless America. And the hardy Chinese men were on the east, on the west coast, the hardy Chinese men were pounding steel, whop into the ground from the west coast heading east, and on the east coast were the hardy Irishmen pounding steel in the ground, heading from the east coast heading west, and they met in the middle in a dramatic and emotional thing, and met in the middle and made the first continental railway from the east coast to the west coast. Whop, right with a golden spike right in the ground. It was on Christmas Day, and they had a big feast for all the Chinese men and the Irishmen, and their feast was that they ate it. They all sat down and they ate together in a mixed group like that. And their Christmas dinner was hot cakes boiled in cabbage juice. Pancakes boiled in cabbage juice. It's not so popular now. So we'll sing about something else.
Bought my gal a bicycle, she learned to ride it well.
Crashed into a telephone pole and broke it all to pieces.
Turn that old cake round, the only song I ever did sing is boil that cabbage down. The railroad boys on Christmas Day have presents same as we.
They get their gifts and they're neatly wrapped beneath a boulder in a big pit. There's snakes and alligators around, and they couldn't get to the present because in the bottom of the sandy pit. Because they were naughty, and Santa Claus didn't want them to have their big feet and snails.
Only song I ever did sing is boil that cabbage.
It was the night before Christmas, and I were at snails in this big pit.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Tom and Dickie. And now we've cooked up a little surprise for Steve. But first, an important message for those who think young.
All right, now, quiet down, primitive young people, quiet down. Now, Steve?
Yellow.
Excuse me, but we have a little surprise for you.
I'll bet you have. What's the bit?
Well, you just wait a minute, darling, and you'll see in a few seconds. You ready, Buck?
Huh?
Oh, I mean, Joey.
Yeah, right away, Audrey.
Okay, here we go.
All right, hit it, Les.
That microphone, not the drum.
It's the new Steve Allen Jr. show, and now here's our star, Steve Allen Jr.
We have a great show in store for you tonight, and if it isn't a great show, I may have to open a store. Yeah, we really have a show that's going to flip you, and to like this show, you really have to believe a flip, right? How about that, okay? Right now, we're going to do teenage letters to the editor.
Yeah.
Throw me a newspaper, somebody. We may not have to change that kid's room. These are actual letters written by teenagers and sent into the newspaper complaining about something. Now, when most people read them, they don't read them angry the way they were written, right?
Yeah. Sure, that's right.
Well, I'm going to read them good and angry, the way they're meant to be read. Right? Now, these are the actual letters, but I'm changing the names of the senders just to avoid a shot in my little teenage mouth. Right? Okay, throw me my newspaperman's hat. All right, here's the first teenage letter to the editor. Dear editor, I'm sick and tired of being bullied by my parents. Who do they think they are?
Yeah.
They don't let me stay out past 10. I'm not allowed to borrow the car, and I'm only allowed to date on Saturdays.
Terrible.
Well, I've had it, and I think it's about time parents like mine were put in their place. Right? Signed, Bernard Baruch. Okay, here's another one. Dear editor, my mother hates rock and roll. She claims it's ruining her life. I'm not allowed to buy rock and roll records, listen to rock and roll records, and dance to rock and roll records. Do you think this is fair?
No!
I don't. Signed, Fabian. Two members of our family who never fail to break it up. Here they are, my two kid brothers, the Allen brothers.
My little brother, little Davy Allen, and I, being ethnic folk singers, would like to sing a folk song that our folks taught to us folks. We sing this folk song when we sit around the fire and sing folk songs. We sing this song to our folks when we sing folk songs. As we sit around the fire in the living room. Of course, our folks don't like for us to sit around the fire in the living room because we don't have a fireplace in the living room. Now here it is, the folk song.
Tell them the name.
Good idea. I'm Brian, this is David.
No.
Change your name?
No, I meant tell them the name of the song. Oh, never mind.
My brother and I would like to sing the beautiful folk song titled, Oh, Never Mind.
See by your outfit that you are a cowboy.
I see by your outfit you are a cowboy too.
We see by our outfits that we are both cowboys.
If you get an outfit, you can be a cowboy too.
As I'm sure you folks are well aware, these are three of my four sons, Steve Jr., Brian, and David. And there's one more first I want you to meet. Let's see, what is your name, sir? My name, Jose Jimenez.
Hi, Dad.
What? Here, let him see that face over there. This is little Billy, who wants to show off the bag of his head. Well, we planned a little surprise for the children, for all the rest of us in just a moment. But first, this important word about how to always go first class.
Now, we're planning to play a little prank on the children here because, you see, a friend of yours and mine, guess who, is dressed up as Santa Claus. Only the children don't know that our bespectacled friend is going to play him. But here he is now, Santa Claus.
everybody, and here we have a little fellow all ready.
Jody Worth, Santa.
This is little Jody Worth?
Yes.
And how little is little Jody Worth? There's a little... How are you? Hello, little Jody. And how old are you? Would you like to sit on my lap, son?
Yes.
All right, either that or I'll sit on yours. No. Yes, what can we do for the man over there? Someone's going like that. Now he's going like that. Good. As Dean Martin would say, jump through that, Charlie. You're a very sweet young fellow. Can you see yourself on the monitor?
Yes.
Santa wishes he could, but he does not. Santa's not seeing too well. Santa's had a very hard day. Well, what would you like for Christmas, Jody? Is there anything special that that would warm the cockles of your heart this year? A nice little cockle warmer or something? Let me see. You're the first little boy I've talked to this year, you know. Is there anything you've been wanting for Christmas, Jody?
Yes.
Well, what is that? Another Santa, perhaps.
A game.
A game. Well, that's a good boy. And what kind of a game would you like, sweetheart?
A race game.
A race game? Well, I just thought of a line, but I can't use it. Because we're going to be playing some racy games over here a little bit later, and well, you're a very good boy, and I'll tell you what, Santa definitely promises you that you will get your race game, okay?
Okay.
That's a good boy. All right, thank you, Jody. We'll see you a little later. Thank you very much, Jody Worth.
This is Susan Barnell.
Susan Barnell?
Susan Barnell, yes.
Oh, yes. This is Gail Storm's little boy,
That's
isn't it?
right, little girl.
Little girl, I mean, yeah. I've been away for a long time. Mr. and Mrs. Lee Barnell, they live, in the neighborhood here. How old are you, Susie?
5.
You're a very pretty little girl. You're pretty little and you're a girl. No, I'm just joking. You're a very beautiful child indeed. What would you like for Christmas, Jody? Or Susie, I mean. Santa hasn't had much sleep, you see. It was, we had to come into the city today and there was no snow. It was tough sledding, you see. I'm sorry, sweetheart. What would you like for Christmas, sweetheart?
A yakety yak.
A yakety yak? Well, I think you're getting enough of that from me right now. Is that the name of a toy, Sugar Plum?
Yes.
What kind of a toy is a yakety yak? Now, what does it do?
It moves.
It moves? Ah. In which direction, sweetheart? Well, you're very, very sweet, sweetheart, and Santa will see you a little bit later. I promise you, you will get your yakety yak, all right? That's a good little girl. That's Susie Barnell.
Yes. Santa, this is my little boy. This is Billy Allen, my youngest son.
He's your youngest son?
He's my youngest son. Say hello to Santa.
Well, hello there. Hello there. Would you turn around, young fellow?
You know what? You was all mixed up.
May I say whoops at this time? Just sit right down here, young fellow, and tell us your name.
My name is Billy Allen.
Well, that's a fine boy. And what does your daddy do for a living?
He works.
Well, sometimes it's not too definite, you know. But, what kind of work does your daddy do?
I don't know.
There's a lot of people feel that way about it. How old are you, young fellow?
4.
You're 4. That's right, you have 4 fingers there.
No, what? I want yakety yawn. That's what I see on television every morning.
You see yakety yawn on television?
Yeah. And he bounces balls, he winks. He does everything with his head.
Yeah, I see. Is he some kind of a toy?
Yeah.
Is he anything like a yakety yak?
You don't mixed up again. He said yakety yak or yakety yawn.
Aha. Well, you're right. I am a little mixed up.
See my own self.
Yes.
There.
Yes, indeed you can. I wish all of us could.
I can see you.
Oh, really?
Look at yourself up there.
Look at yourself. If you had a sense of humor, you would laugh to beat the band. Did somebody beat the band, by the way? I saw the band outside and they looked pretty beat.
And do you think that you will bring a nice yakety yawn to Billy Allen?
Certainly, my dear.
Well, thank you very much, Santa. And now, Billy, dear, you say goodbye to Santa.
Bye.
Goodbye, young fellow. You're a fine boy. A fine, upstanding boy. So stand up, boy. Good boy. Thank you, Billy Allen.
This is little Douglas.
Little Douglas Aircraft. How do you do?
Denver.
Douglas Denner. Douglas, would you turn around like a good boy? You want to turn around? Or would you like to sit on Santa's lap?
No.
No? Well, sir. Would you stand over here, Doug, so everyone can see you because you're a fine-looking young fellow. How old are you, Douglas?
4.
You're 4. Would you turn your little skull around there? Because you have such a pretty smile. Santa wants everybody to see it. What did your father do for a living?
He just works with Steve Allen.
He works with Steve Allen? Well, what does he do for Steve Allen?
I think he helps. He writes with Uncle Billy Persky, who lives out here too.
He writes with Uncle Billy Persky. I see. Do you know what he writes?
He writes the show.
He writes the show. All but the ad-libs, you mean. Well, he does a very good job, too. What do you want to do when you get to be a big gag writer, or a big poet?
I'd like to be a daddy.
Well, that's wonderful. That's the nicest thing there is in the whole world to be. But you were a fine young man, Douglas, and I want to thank you very much. And you will get some kind of a train for Christmas. We're going to get a new light for Santa Claus. Santa Claus has been a very good Santa Claus, and he doesn't deserve to be plunged into darkness. Thank you very much, Douglas. We'll see you a little later.
Okay.
Thank you, sweetheart. You're a fine... What have we here, my dear?
Now, Santa, we have Peggy, let's see, Peggy Bennett here.
Peggy Bennett. Isn't she a beautiful little...
Pretty?
Would you sit on Santa Claus's lap, sweetheart? That's a good little girl. Oh, you're so pretty. How old are you? 6.5. I see. I guess they washed you when you shrank because you don't look quite 6.5, although you're mighty pretty. Can you see yourself up there? Yes, you're a sweet little girl. What would you like for Christmas, Sugar Plum? A bucket? A bucket of what? Stand by, folks. A bucket. What did you say?
A book.
A book? Well, that's very fine. It's a good idea because children should read a great deal and they should have lots of good books around the house. Is there any special kind of a book you'd like? Just a book. Well, we're back to recommending books on television again. And I can promise you, sweetheart, that you're going to get a nice book and some other wonderful things, too, because you've been a good girl, haven't you? Yes, you have. Well, thank you very much, and we'll see you a little bit later.
This is Lisa Ann Turetsky.
Well, what a fine young lady. You look very much as if you're dressed up as Alice in Wonderland, Miss. No?
No, I haven't.
You haven't. Would you like to sit on Santa's lap? You have long, beautiful hair like Alice in Wonderland, too. And what does your daddy do? You know
I don't think I know very well.
We were having a discussion about that very thing just this afternoon. Tell me, sweetheart, have you ever seen the Steve Allen Show?
I think once I have.
I see. And what do you think your father will be doing next season? Well, okay. Would you like to kiss old Santa goodbye? Oh, that was a nice one. Thank you very much, Angel. I understood there was a Mrs. Zink here recently who had some spectacles. Has she been seen in the last...
Well, just a minute, Santa, and I'll find out.
Oh, here they come. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. As I said, Santa's getting along. And, well... we've had a lot of fun today at our little Christmas party. But no party, would be complete without some traditional Christmas. And we have someone over here who I understand is going to be able to...
You lost your lap, Santa.
Oh, my lap?
Yes.
I thought you said my laugh. I've lost
Well, you
several
lost
laps.
a few of those.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to sing for us?
Yes, I would like to sing some songs and lead everybody here at the Playhouse Penthouse in a thing, Santa Claus.
Yes. And what song are you going to sing, little boy?
I'm going to sing Jingle Bells.
Jingle Bells?
Yes, Jingle Bells.
Well, shall I give you the microphone?
All right.
Good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you later, young fella.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Santa Claus. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. All right, everybody. I would like everyone to sing along with me now. We're going to sing Jingle Bells. I got the lyrics written out so you could see them here. In case you don't know this classic. That was...
Listen, I'm dressing in here. What's that? Is there no privacy? Let me know when we get to Philadelphia, will you?
That may be funny to him, but I thought it was real. Well, let's forge on anyway. I'm going to put the lyrics up here for these people. Can you all see that, everybody? Could you see that? Okay. I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to run through the lyrics once, just reading them, and then we will sing it together. Okay, here we go. The lyrics. Can you see that camera person? No. The lyrics, dashing through the snow, that one horse open his leg. Hold up, here we go. All that way. Ho, ho, ho. Okay. Dashing through the snow, in the one horse open sleigh. Oh, that field we go, laughing all the way. Ho, ho, ho! Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits rise. Oh, what fun to ride and sing that sleigh song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
If you would like to have all eyes on yours, here's the secret from Maybelline.
It's time now for all of us to get together and go out with the traditional method. Let's everybody sing Silent Night. I'll sneak right in here to the piano, and we'll see if we can find an F7th here, and we're all set. To all of you for having invited us to your home and for coming to our home. I just got a big kiss here from little Miss Michael Tretsky. And a big kiss from all of us to all of you. We hope you have the very merriest Christmas ever, and a happy holiday season and a good year to come. Bye-bye. See you next week. Les?
The new Steve Allen Show has been brought to you by...
For all, may your heart be filled with
Our guests on tonight's show were Jane Meadows, Bill Dana, Louis Nye, the Smothers Brothers, Joey Foreman, Buck Henry, Tom Conway, and Les Brown and his band of renown.
We wish you the merriest you hear. We wish you the happiest, yes, the happiest. We wish you the happiest.